The issue of women participation in politics and governance remains topical and critical in Nigeria. Of particular importance is achieving gender equity in leadership roles, policy making and project execution. As such, opinion leaders in Kaduna State, northwest Nigeria, are advocating policies to promote this in the country. Let's share the story by TVC News Lupa Asom with you.
Academics, security experts and professionals from diverse backgrounds came together at Ahmadu Bello University in Zaria to chart a course for improved security across the African continent and gender mainstreaming. The three-day conference explores the links between gender dynamics, security challenges, and their impact on sustainable development goals. Experts in gender studies say the conference is a stitch in time.
The Africa we want. The framework is Africa's blueprint and roadmap for development. These two frameworks provide the bedrock of sustainable development ambitions, goals, and strides in Africa. Both put gender at its center and reflect the need for a gendered approach to policy implementation as regards each of the SDGs implemented at global and national levels.
The level of insecurity in Africa, especially in our country, Nigeria, is worrisome. The various indices of insecurity manifested in the form of insurgency, banditry, kidnapping, cattle rustling, farmer-herder clashes, regional self-determination for succession, militancy, and political violence are adversaries and impediments to the achievement of the Sustainable Development Goals.
Special guest of honor at the occasion, who is the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Tajuddin Abbas, ably represented, acknowledged the pivotal role of women in peace and development. He also stressed the urgency of enabling women's involvement in decision-making processes.
Empowering women is not just a matter of justice, but a strategic imperative for sustainable development. Therefore, the 10th House of Representatives, under my leadership, is dedicated to enacting laws that will further expand opportunities for women to ensure their rightful proportion in governance and politics within the nation. As outlined in our legislative agenda, the House aims to propose amendments to the Constitution to establish reserved seats for women in both national and state parliaments.
Nigeria's Army Chief Lieutenant General Taoreed Lagbaja declared the Nigeria's Army's commitment to formulating gender-friendly policies. And like the Speaker of the House of Representatives, he also emphasized the importance of inclusivity and equality in the armed forces.
Effective internal security architecture is key for actualizing gender, security, poverty, and sustainable development goals in Nigeria because it involves the design for protection and keeping peace, including improved human security within the borders of a sovereign state. This is attained by upholding national laws and defending against internal security threats. It involves the police and paramilitary forces as primary internal security agencies, requiring little or no use of the military unless in overwhelming internal threat situations. Advanced armies of the United States, United Kingdom, Germany, and France, among others, have continued to develop special capabilities through the Women Corps. In this line, developing nations such as India, Sri Lanka, and Nigeria have also keyed into the concept of developing the role women play in the military. The Nigerian Army Women Corps was established in this regard for some of these bases.
The event was organized by the Gender Policy Unit of Ahmadu Bello University in Zaria, Kaduna State, in collaboration with the Center for Gender Studies at Bayero University in Kano. The collective call here echoes the need for African leaders to move beyond rhetorics and translate commitment into action. Lupe Asom, TVC News, Zaria.
Thank you for staying with us. Jide, achieving gender equality in leadership roles, policy making and project execution, women participation in politics.
I've always demanded that we give women more opportunities. Look at Okonjo-Iweala today. Who is that parent who would not want to have a child like that? we discriminate, we think that the boy child is superior and all that. And both are gifts from God. And there are people who are dying to have a daughter, a child, whether a daughter or a male child. But some of us discriminate. Culturally, we think that the boy child is superior, and this has to stop. Just look at Okonjo-Iweala.
With that one, you don't need 7 others.
You don't need that. If you have just that one,
With that
globally respected, everywhere she has served, she has excelled. I don't think that any parent would not want to have a child like that, you know. So, and I remember Oshiomhole, former governor of Edo State, saying that Nigeria is due for a woman as president. But today, we've not even been able to produce a woman elected as governor in our country. A woman elected as governor. We've not produced one. You know, we've had women who became acting governor. That's not what I'm saying. A woman that Nigerians voted for as governor and won the election. We've not had that, and I think we are due for that. Let's even see what the women will do. But I'm confident that if they get a chance, some of the risks that men take, women are not prepared to take such risk. I'm not saying that all women are saints, but I know that when Obasanjo gave those women a chance, the Akunyilis of this world, we saw what they were able to do. So we must create a situation in which women get to play a much greater role in nation building. We need our women to come to the forefront of nation building, and we have to make the system, make it possible for the system to enable greater women participation, whether through legislation, whichever way we are going to do it, we have to find a way. When you look at countries of the world that have a good number of women in their parliament, for example, women in governance, you see countries like Rwanda, even South Africa, they are well ahead of Nigeria. The whole of the Northwest, for example, show me the woman who managed to win an election, maybe into the, what's it called? Even in the Northwest, for example, even House of Assembly. You know? So things have got to change. Like it's even getting worse. When you look at
the statistics,
yes,
the number of people,
it's getting worse in terms of
State House
number
of
of
Assembly,
women.
in the National
Yes,
Assembly.
National Assembly. You know, it's very difficult now.
Kolawole, when you see the numbers since 1999, when you do a comparative analysis, you discover that no, we're not there at all.
Well, statistically, yes, you can say we are not there. But I look at the process. If you want to mainstream women, if you want to increase their participation in policy formulation, you look at the process that leads to that, that leads to them being there. It is a leadership recruitment process, and the first is the electioneering process. How has that process fared over time? If we compare ourselves with South Africa, Rwanda, the number of women in power, you know, the access, you know, of women to power, you look at that process itself, the electioneering process, the kind of things we do in the system, will that give enough room for the women to participate? Now, the cultural angle there in a place like Northwest, is that also not a challenge for women participation in the process, leading to them being part of policy formulation process? Now, aside from that, the psyche itself and the way we conduct the affairs and politics, the violent approach, all of these are contributing to why women are not having the numbers there. Unfortunately, the end result is what we are addressing. We are not looking at the process. So for me, I think we should look at the process. If you reform the electoral process, the electioneering process, where you have an even playing field, and the process is like, okay, what you garbage in, garbage out. I think we'll have more women. If the process depends, strictly on what you can give, and not on many other areas that women may not be able to, participate equally. Don't forget that also access to resources. Women are affected, and you need resources in the game of politics in Nigeria. So as long as you have all of these factors in place, in the process leading to governance itself, leading to policy formulation, or being part of the process, that would be an issue. We had a breakthrough between 1999, 2003, and 2007 because you had Obasanjo, who was deliberately encouraging women by bringing them on board. And I think, yes, a time like that, not just Okonjo, Iweala, not just her. At the federal level, you have this woman now, Obi. You have a woman, was it Ete at the stock exchange? Even Then even at FIRSC, FIRS, that woman. That was when you had her there, Soludo, CBN, and this woman. Yes, exactly.
Very formidable.
So you had them, and they were really, giving quality representation to women. And so it wasn't about. And look at how Dora, look at how Dora actually changed the system. The system of perception management for government. So when you have, if they can't come in through this process, but we can encourage them. After the encouragement and the platform is given, if they can't project from there, if they can't fly from there, maybe that is why we're having these issues. If most of these people, if they have gone back to their state, take for example, and they participate in the process and they are backed, maybe by now, would have gotten. But they have tried. I think Anambra has fared well in that. You have Stella too. She was there.
Yes, Stella was there.
At the time she contested, and you need to play. She played the game like a man. So I think it is the process itself. If we can reform our process, more women will be able to participate.
The Northeast to seeing women senators.
Yes. And Binani nearly, scaled through banks. Try that.
That was the first person.
Senator Kairat Gwadabe.
Kairat is.
Then you have, is it Bintu also?
Northeast. Northeast produced like 3 of them now. In the last few years. The one who almost became governor.
Binani.
What's her name? The one there before Binani was also a woman.
I think, was it Binta?
Binta,
or something,
Binta too. Also from Adamawa.
Adamawa was also felt very well.
Look at Northwest. No woman has even come close.
It is the cultural perspective there.
Yes, that's why it comes.
We should look at that.
Not even come close to a winning ticket of your party.
Yes.
Talk less of becoming.
It is the cultural. In every nation, the political system is built on the social system. If you look at our social structure, what are those norms, those factors at play? Culture is one of them. And you look at that area where you have that strong cultural, perspective to women participation. Northwest, they are not there at all. I remember, years back, we had a woman in Ondo State. Was it Kowan, that Kowan woman also? She was accusing the process and saying, why are they holding meeting at 12 midnight? The men, are they witches? So I think the process itself and the social factors, if we can address them, we should have more women participation in the process.
And also a speaker.
Yes, Oshun. Say that. That was because OBJ encouraged that too.
Yes, he was also OBJ's candidate.
So I think you can give it to him. He encouraged women a whole lot.
A lot.
Yes.
And he found good women.
Yes.
Good women.
Yes. Good hands.
People with capacity.
Good hands. Yes. Yes. Not just women. The likes of Franco
Kaduna.
These guys grew under him. Good guys.
Nadi Usman became senator from Kaduna.
Yeah.
which is also in the Northwest.
Yeah.
But of course, from the Christian-dominated part.
And we had a woman deputy governor who deputized El-Rufai, but could not make it to, to the number one seat.
All right.
She's still deputy to the one who is there now.
It's a power game. So let's see what happened after this time. Maybe she will, become.